Wim Hof. Let's talk about Wim Hof. Uh, Wim Hof is somebody who has changed science. He's changed science a year ago. And how he's changed science, there's a hummingbird. Ooh. Anyway, how he's changed science is he has said that how your body reacts to disease. I tell you, the whole universe is mental. That what you think about, that imagination comes from before everything, and that imagination is still creating everything, and that how your universe is has to do with the solid, consistent thought structures that you work with. And so, in my case, I transformed my life using the knowledge I gained from my out-of-body experience, using the voices I still hear, using the guides I still talk to, which are real beings. I know things that are on the leading edge of thought. I know things that are creating the universe we all want. And so, the secret to Wim Hof is, and this is in textbooks now. This is in textbooks now. This is in textbooks now. The secret to Wim Hof is he doesn't get sick when you inject him with diseases. Scientists can inject Wim Hof with a disease that 100% of the time causes reactions, and it doesn't cause a reaction in him, and better yet, it doesn't cause a reaction in his students. He has proven that his method, his teaching technique, makes people immune to disease. All right? Wim Hof is real. He's in textbooks now. When we were kids, they told us you had an autonomic nervous system that controlled your heartbeat and breath. That's not true. You can control that, but only if you meditate. If you don't meditate, and if you listen to the way they teach you, watch out. So anyway, yeah. Life is prosperous. The miracle of life is always working out for me. And it's really funny because people who know the existence and the power of mentalism rely only on mentalism. If anything happens, if you change your mind about what's happening or change it to something that you want, it just becomes that. It's a magic power. And believe me, this is literally worth all the gold, all the love, and all the wealth in the universe. This is the source of all of it. But you have to be clued in and keen enough to know about it. And so what Wim Hof did is Wim Hof has proven that he's immune to ice. He doesn't get cold. I used his method to do winter swimming this past year around. I went up to LA, and LA's not cold by any means, but I did winter swimming without a wetsuit in LA this past year, and I practiced his technique, and I didn't get cold at all. At some point, I was radiating warmth. I was in the icy water, or the cold water, for an hour, and within 20 minutes, I was as warm as if I was a furnace. I was producing heat. You do not get there by saying you're cold. You do not get there by complaining. Yeah, that's impossible. When you complain, you're just telling the universe you agree your problems exist. And so, in order to manifest, in order to create what you imagine, you have to have a consistent solid container, and you have to put energy into it through routine belief. And what happens is you will transcend normal physical limitations. For instance, here's a great one. Here's a great affirmation. I see the mind of God in space. I see that all stars are connected in a sublime, permanent, transcendental layer of reality. All right? That's a great one. But anyway, Wim Hof is in textbooks now because he has proven under laboratory demonstration that his claims are true. And he is famous now. You can talk to anybody about Wim Hof and they've heard of him. All right? And so we're going into a new age of potential. So this is how you have to think of the future. Think about this. We have a good future. Humanity is going to a right place. Things are getting better all the time. We are powerful, connected, safe, and whole. Everything's always working out for us. The universe loves us. Life is good. I use this method to win money at a casino. I use this method to have relationships. I use this method. I'm famous in my town. I met my soulmate saving a dog at an intersection. All sorts of things happen to me. I'm pretty, I can water walk completely. I'm a water walker completely. So the fact that we have this power is a gift of God, and it's also the reason to exist, right? It's the reason we exist, is to explore this potential. And so one of the ways that we create our ideal world is we create a vision, right? And the best thing about the vision is it can be abstract. So let's say you create a triangle and say this is the triangle of infinite harmonization and light, right? If you live with this and you have this object in your life somehow, in a mental layer, in an artistic layer, in a reality layer, you talk about it, you see it, you believe it, then it becomes an energy manifestation point. And so I highly, highly, highly recommend that you understand the universe is a mirror. There's no getting ahead unjustly. If you say you want to be the best, someone else is saying that at the exact same time as you. And so the way you go forward is you imagine the great handhold. You imagine that people want to succeed together. You imagine that everything's in service to the all, you know, and things go forward. But affirmation, what you say reality is, and what people hear you say manifests. Like, if you're at a grocery store and you're talking to the clerk, you do not say, I'm poor and broke, I'm homeless, all those things. You never say that. It doesn't matter if it's true, it doesn't matter if it's not. You never say it. What you say is you say, I'm a millionaire. What you say is you say, I'm going to high places. What you say is, I'm succeeding. And what happens if they hear that is things in the future which look exactly like that are occurring. And so to remain in integrity of claiming, saying, expecting, and saying, and thinking, and emoting, your perfect world, my perfect world, our perfect world, will create it. And so manifestation and the power of the mind to influence how the hologram reacts to you is ultimate. And so I see humanity as going into a golden age. I see the new age. The promise of the new age is everyone understands that spirit is still working in life. You know? Everybody understands that God is still here. And God is forcing the meeting between us and ET allies. ETs are real. There was a news article just 2 days ago that says that the government openly acknowledges the presence of extraterrestrial craft. Do you understand that? The government openly acknowledges the presence of extraterrestrial craft. Do you get that? That's not a myth. That's not an opinion. That's not hearsay. That's a fact. Okay? And so since I've met aliens, I'll tell you what they're about. They want to be our friends. They just want a, you know, sort of like a red carpet or a golden road to that, you know? They have their own feelings about what their best world is. So the good news is meditation and yoga go infinitely deep. They do. You want to see data? You want to fly? You want to have the best experience of your life? Meditate. Do you want to have the best experience of your life? Meditate. That's a fact. But you gotta meditate. If you don't meditate, you don't get meditation results. You won't ever get it. You know, I had a guy one time, he's like, I meditate watching TV. I was like, no, you don't. There's no way. Because if you meditate properly, some people think about meditation as Zen cluing into the moment, how to find the moment deeply. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the activity of the transcendental soul, the transcendental self. That is meditation. And that's what will happen if you pass. If you pass from the world, most people who pass from the world have a keen recognition at some point that they're not really dead. Right? And so the key is you want to do that before you go. And the other key is you don't even have to go. If we said all the time, you live forever, you get younger by the day, your body's perfect. I'm watching this guy right here look younger just in front of my eyes. I'm healthy. I'm young all the time. My body is perfect. Right? I live forever. Those ideas will yield that. You know, Babaji, 2,000-year-old man, he exists that way just to show us we can do it, and all we need is a little bit of faith to try, you know. And so what I see happening is I see the earth prospering. I see the earth getting control of her ideas, dreams, and visions, and I see us flourishing in a celestial harmony with everything that is. And I see that every being who comes to earth will grow, prosper, develop, and enjoy their lives. And I see that this is just the way it's going to be from now on. And so affirmations are powerful. When you use your word, which is an esoteric secret, to say, I am blessed, the universe is working out for me, I enjoy who I am, I enjoy what I'm seeing, I enjoy where I'm going, I love the future, I love my life, I love the earth, all those things. If you say that, you'll get it, especially if you believe it. And so the idea that a mantra can rewrite your life is very interesting. Like some of the mantras are Om Mani Padme Hum, right? I am the jeweled lotus of the master. When I was saying that, I briefly dated a girl who was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen, named Lotus. She just came out of nowhere, right? And oh yeah, she had blue nail polish on. And as I was leaving, you know, I didn't know who she was. I saw 2 license plates. One license plate said blue is, the next one says for you. Right after I met her. I was like, oh. And then 2 days later, we were meeting at a party. And the guy that she came with, I was like, I'm going to make out with your girlfriend. And he goes, please do. And then she just gives me the best, like, wow. Like, just like serenity. And I was like, that's generated energy from meditation. It is. And so meditation, like, if you want to do one thing for 1,000,000 years, meditate. You'll generate energy. You'll feel bliss. You'll know everything. You'll be connected. And when you stop, you'll have the best life of your lifetime. You know? Some people are magic. Accept that. So anyway, affirmations are good. Use them all the time. Expect good things in your future, and they'll happen for sure. That's a fact. And this is how it is. So Hare Krishna. Have a great life. Amen.